Farthest Frontier is a settlement builder, a survival game, very much in the tradition of Banished. I used to play Banished, I loved it, one of my favorite games. I haven't played it on the channel, though I have considered it. But now this Farthest Frontier just came out in early access on Steam just a few days ago. And I've played it for a few hours to see what it was like, and it's definitely giving me that Banished vibe, but it's a lot more evolved with better graphics, more modern graphics, which also means it's very intensive graphically, especially when I'm like recording at the same time. So I've had to dial down the settings a little bit and go to 1080p instead of 1440, which I would prefer. But it is what it is. Anyway, it's a beautiful game. Even though it's in early access, it runs very well. There aren't any major problems that I've seen. There are some imbalances here and there. I have a few gripes, but nothing serious. And yeah, I want to play this on the channel, see how you guys like it. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. And if you are a Banished fan, try it out, and if you just think this is something interesting, then try it out. So let's get into the game and see what kind of adventures we can have. That means we're starting a new settlement. So, homestead, yeah, Niflheim, my goodness. Rockland, Darkham. I think Darkvale would be better, maybe. I want to go for an Alpine Valley, right? A bit in the Banished tradition, I feel like we are a group of settlers that have moved away from wherever we were because that wasn't a good place. And we want to start our own settlement, be independent, and deal with the elements instead of the people there. So yes, arid highlands are hard, lowland lakes are easy, and then plains and alpine valleys are medium difficulty. I want to go with the Alpine Valley, as I said. Medium map size I think is fine, and you can do more advanced settings here. There is a pacifist mode which turns off the raiders and the animals that can attack you. I don't like the raiders. I don't want this to be a warfare focused game. That's not how I want to play it, let's just say that. So I'm turning that one down, but I do want the wildlife there and possibly attacking us. That is realistic. So boar plentiful, wolves plentiful, bears average, deer rare. Maybe we should go for more boar and wolves. We're talking about like alpine forest, right? In the valleys between the mountains. But if there are only few deer, there wouldn't be plentiful wolves and boars. So I think we shall keep this as medium. The extra resources, that is how many villagers we start with, how many months of food we are carrying, and the amount of items we have in stock. I think we should go for the hard one here. 4 months of food is plenty. I don't think it sounds very realistic to have like almost a year's worth of food or more. So yeah, that makes it harder. Maladies like disease and injuries, I think we'll keep that at medium. So it's kind of a mixed thing here. That is like random. Okay, so we want the Alpine Valleys, we said. Okay, let's start and see what kind of landscape we get. And here we are. Let's see what we've got. Lots of rocks, it seems. We have an overlay that we can use. Yeah. So we are actually paused, so don't worry about that. Town center. We finished scouting the surrounding area. Survey the land your villagers have explored and choose a promising site to construct your town center. It's important to choose a location that's near the resources you'll need to build a successful settlement. Things like clay, iron ore, and potential food sources, especially the latter, food sources and water. So, like I said, there are some overlays possible. G for desirability. G, I don't know why. F for fertility of the soil. It looks like there is some fertile soil here. And I for water. Oh, I think we found a spot, people. I think we found a spot. We have water here. We have fertile soil. This is good land. Yeah, we have sand pit here also if we want to improve the soil. Bird's nest for some eggs. That's nice. And do we have any wildlife around? Oh yeah, boars here. I see them. Yes. For our hunter. And there's more sand here. There are some bushes with fruits. And there is another lake here. Nice. So when we expand, we can also get fish from there. And more fertile soil. And some clay deposit. Okay, this is a pretty good map. Not only that, there's another lake. With deer. Alright. There is fertile soil here. There are deer here. These are herbs, right? That's not immediately important. Bird's nest, eggs. Yeah. So we start actually in winter, at the end of winter. So we're not seeing all the fruit yet, but there are greens here. There is clay here. Yeah, so either this place, good for fishing, right? What are these? Blueberries. And more deer, yes. And then we can expand, have another town maybe. Here, this is very fertile land. We were lucky with this one. I've rolled other maps that were just like, had no lakes at all and no fertile soil, just like the average yellow brownish one. So yes, I think this lake is the place to be in the beginning. We have blueberries here, we have deer, there are some eggs, and there is hunting to be done and gathering. Yes, and there is fertile soil that we can use for farming. 2 patches. Okay, so I think we shall plop it down somewhere here. The ground is a bit uneven, and we need to think about where to put our houses so that we leave this for farming. And yeah, and our industry, I guess, would go more here. All right. Now, yeah, I'm thinking like if we can build like in a straight line more or less, we want to leave some room for later buildings that should be in the town center. What is that? Is that deer or wolf? I think that's a wolf. Yeah. Okay. Why can't we build here? We need to... the ground is too uneven, I guess. Okay, let's plop it down here. And now the game starts running. Of course, we have housing shortage and firewood is low. And you may have noticed, as I do at least, because I'm like focused on the audio, that the ambience sound is cut out immediately. I wish that would keep going, maybe at a lower level, but not just a sudden like, oh, it's gone. I don't like that. Okay, so we have this cart with some food in it and some items that we can use. But we definitely need immediately to do something about getting more food. And of course we need resources like wood, logs to build stuff with, and firewood to burn once we get towards the winter. So now it's early spring, year 1, moderate temperature, light breeze. Very nice. We have 10 people, 5 adults and 5 adolescents. And here is our building menu. We can't unlock anything until we build the town center. That includes the housing, needs town center. But we can build these for food production. Now, to ready a crop field takes a lot of labor. The 22 cost is the labor cost, and that is per square. And you start with a 5x5 square as a minimum. So that is probably not something we want to do immediately because it just takes too much damn time. A smokehouse is very nice to get our stuff to not spoil, to keep it longer. Yeah, extending how long these foods keep before spoiling. So that's something we want to build. But first of all, we want a fishing shack, a forager shack, and a hunter cabin. Not sure why it's a hunter cabin and not a shack, but anyway, those we want. So let's have a look. Our foraging, bird's nest here, iron ore. Yeah, we will have hawthorn here. We have greens here. We want those greens. We have lots of greens here. And there's some herbs here. Yeah, the blueberries are on the other side, right? Did I see that over there? So we'll need to uncover those because they're now in the fog. Yeah. So this is our town center. We'll build some dirt roads and some houses on each side and leave the middle open for later expansion. We have some special buildings later because that's what you see here. The second tier has a lot of stuff. Work camp, clay pit, my goodness. Defenses, we're not going to bother about those in the first few episodes. We have walls and roads. Decorations, we will want that shrine at some point, but yeah, what was I thinking? This, healer's house, trading post, school, those are important buildings that also boost how the people think about the town. So, but I'm explaining too much. Let's get started. So we want a no, not storage, food production, a forager shack, probably somewhere here. So and let's do the we're on the fertility map. Let's rotate that way so that it's towards the city, I would say, towards the town, but not in the most fertile land. So maybe here, and then later we'll build a road, and we want, what was this? Forager shack. We want a hunter cabin somewhere here where we saw those deer, right? Now they're gone. But I know they are here. Slope too steep. Yeah, that's a problem we'll run into a lot on this map. Let's do the hunter camp here. And then we want a fishing shack also. You see the blue, whatchamacallit, for fishing places. So, yeah. And you can actually move that yellow circle, the radius of where they go to collect those resources that they're assigned to collect. So it doesn't have to be exactly at the shack. But I'm going to build this here. And then we need to assign them some harvesting trees and stones. Right. So let's harvest all this because I don't see any other resources there. They can harvest all those. And then get this tree also. Right. And maybe those stones. We will need a few stones. Are there any other stones nearby? Ah, yes. But this doesn't need stone. That doesn't need stone. This doesn't need stone. No, we just need logs for now. Okay, so we're good. Let's run. So I think we're going to be running mostly at 1 speed. You can go slower and faster, but I'll keep track of what's happening. That can go. This is the landscape. Right? Isn't it beautiful? So what is she doing? She is chopping down trees. A Galadria, 22-year-old laborer. We have, who do we have here? Geldrin. And we have Dressed, is 49. There's some more people. Pineus, I guess. Nelda, 17. A predator has been sighted. Oh, the wolf. Yes, they're attacking it. Okay. And the villagers are smart enough that if they get wounded too much, they will run away. So now we have meat, right? But they're going back to work. Okay. Are you gonna collect that meat and that pelt? No? We need to finish the hunter cabin, right? Yeah, the problem is if you leave a dead animal there and it starts rotting, then it's a danger for our health. So, yeah. You can prioritize buildings, and you can't make a list of in which orders things need to happen. You can only prioritize buildings. But yeah. Fishing shack. Okay, here we have herbs. There is a shoal of fish. Okay. I should have put it here, probably. And yes, there are weather events as well. Maybe we can still do that. Well, it is very close to that. You know what? I'm gonna disable construction of this. We can always do that one later. And I'm gonna get a shack here. Maybe this spot. Or we can just cancel it. Delete build site. Yes. Okay, let's do a fishing shack. Like so, here. So we now have a town center with a very loud bell. Probably louder for me than what you hear on the recording. And that means we can now start building houses and roads. So I want like a road to the side here, because this is like 6 by 6, and that's good for later. So this is a road. Yeah, let's just build a few houses here. We now have 10 people. There is 4 people to a house. And that doesn't change. So... So I want one here. I want one here. And then another one here. With some distance between them. For future like side roads maybe, or also if maybe one of them catches fire that it won't spread immediately to the whole town. I'm not sure how much distance is needed to prevent that, but we'll find out. So it is now mid-spring, year 1, warm temperatures, moderate breeze, and a nice little drizzle. Can we get at least the hunter, this one, prioritized? Yeah, and probably the gatherer too, because we have 4 months worth of food. Oh wait, this is already built. Great. All right, let's pause again. Forging sources in range. Okay, so we can change that radius. Not the size of it, but where it goes. So there aren't a lot of resources here, just herbs, right? There are some berries apparently, but it's not the time for berries. Blueberry bush, yeah, that. But here there are greens just outside the radius, so we're going to change that with this. And set it to that. That seems to be fair. Food stocks are low, yeah, so when you get down to 3 months, you get a warning. And as long as we're not at winter, it's okay to give them some time to build these houses. Food is much more important because they can still sleep like in the wagon or in the town hall. But yeah, food will be gone in 3 months. Moderate temperature. Okay. One more log, and now 10 hours of work or something. I don't know if it's hours. 10 units of work. There we go. Maybe 10 days of labor. And now this is built. The building has no firewood, so we need to provide firewood. And we want, yeah, something like that, I guess. Hunting. And we can also set a discovery point like away there, because I know we saw some deer. So if we put a couple of these points here, then whenever they have time, a villager will go that way and see what's there. Here we have blueberry bush. So, the blueberries are coming out. Great. So now we have, no, not the spruce tree. Where is the... Sometimes it's hard to see. Isn't it right there? Yeah, it's right there. Okay. Good. Iron ore, and there's a blueberry bush just outside of range. But there's plenty here, so no worries about that. They're gathering wood. Yeah, there's still trees that are not harvested. Logs. So we also need firewood. There's a housing shortage. Yeah, we're low on food and firewood. So we need a... that's a graveyard. That's for later. And we want a market, but for that we need a saw pit and a storehouse. The saw pit was what I was looking for. That's here, right? Basic well, firewood splitter. So these two we need to build. Basic well we need to build in a place where there is a lot of water. %66% water bonus here. There, and we need 5 stone for that. Okay. We can harvest. That is 6 rock. Okay, let's prioritize that. Should be fine for the well. And we'll probably build another well somewhere on the other side of town, wherever there is good water under the ground. We want to build a firewood splitter as well. But yeah, that brings down the desirability a little bit. So this is like an industry, right? So we want that away from... We don't want that to occupy some of our crop fields, but it shouldn't be too far from town. We have this one here, and there's lots of wood here. So I think maybe we should build it near this place. Which way does it face? This one. And the road is being built. So yeah, we want a road to go this way too, right? This is our fishing shack, and a well is there. So let's start building this road. And then here we go. Here and then there. Great. So that is road to the well, and then maybe just from here to this shack. All right. And now the fishing shack has been built, and we want them to go fishing here. It's very annoying, I find, that the mouse assignment, button assignment, is the opposite of CK3, which I play a lot if you have been on my channel. So the middle mouse is for rotation, instead of grabbing and moving the map, and the right click is for moving the map, and in CK3 that's the opposite way around. And I haven't found any way to get controls here. Oh, I can do that. Nice. Now this is this keyboard, right? harvest mode 8. Yeah, that's the, we see here the keyboard shortcuts. What I want is the mouse controls. Alright, well, we'll find out later. Solani, 23-year-old laborer, is mining stone. She's going to this one, I bet. Because I prioritize that. There she goes. No, that one, because it's in the way. Okay, that's even better. And our happiness is down. Well, it starts low because we don't have any housing, right? Our cleanliness also 0 because the well hasn't been built yet. So they don't have clean water. And look at the details here. There is Jarl who is fishing. And here's the shoal of fish, apparently. Maybe you should be fishing there. Alright. So, he already caught 6 fish. That's great. He has some storage. That's for his personal use, right? So he doesn't have to leave the shack to have a bite. And he doesn't always have to eat fish every day. Isn't that nice? Okay, can we prioritize this well? Because that is kind of important. And then we need housing, and firewood, and more food. Maybe we should build another foraging shack, but, well, we have so many things we need to do. It's early summer, right? Warm temperature, light breeze, okay. We have food that we can gather, and that is being gathered. But it will spoil. See, we have 1 month worth of food, but it will also spoil. So if our hunter doesn't find any meat anytime soon, you're going here. Where are the deer? What's that? That's just a tree. Yeah, let's get a point here as well. What's it doing? It's really hard to target them. You're the fisherman, which is what I thought. You just brought fish here, which is why we have more food. 30 fish, okay. And there is no firewood in this shelter. That's alright for now. As long as we get water and food. Okay. So basically, all this needs to fill up. It does fill up over time, as you can see. Depending on the bonus, and we had like what, 66% bonus or so, so it's good. Then we get this one prioritized. Yeah, I wish that saving game announcement wouldn't be in the middle of the screen. It can be up there in the corner. It saves every 10 minutes. You can adjust that. But yeah, that's one of my suggestions to the developers. Get that out of the way, because especially after playing for a while, that doesn't do anything for me. And let the ambient sounds not cut out immediately when I pause or go to. We should maybe consider a road down here as well. That's a 5x5. Yeah, 4 is good, right? So we'll just continue this road and go there. And they immediately get to it. And that house is done. Great. And let's do this house also. So we have our well, we have our fishing shack. And we have our hunter who is not very lucky. Hasn't produced any items yet. Yeah, I'm working on the housing shortage. Don't you worry. Before summer is over, it will be done. See? There we are. We now have enough for 12 people. So you can pop out a couple of babies. Except we can't build a school yet. And we need firewood, so... Where did we plop down that check? Over there. More people await word to join your settlement. Amass of 4 months supply of food in 6 houses. Okay, so if we get 4 months of food, which we do have now, and 6 houses, we only have 3, then more people will find us and join our settlement. That would be good, because there's lots of work to be done. So let's prioritize this one as well. So now I'm wondering, if you prioritize something new, does that jump the queue, or is it at the end of the priority queue? Or is that evenly distributed? I have no idea. But a priority queue would be amazing. Mushroom cluster. Here's a mushroom cluster. Deer sighted. Oh, deer sighted. Hunter, where are you? Because we have nothing here, right? What's that? That's you, the hunter. Okay. Hunter, you haven't been very successful, right? Finding anything here, but we just had a deer sighting over here. So why don't you go and hunt here? Great. And we have lots of berries, but they spoil very easily. We collected some greens. The spruce tree, I should cut that. The forager shack. Although keeping some trees around would be good if we want some water. If we want another well here. Because now they need to go all the way over here to the well, right? Yeah, I think I should move this one also to include eggs and mushrooms. What are these blueberry bush? They are gone. They're out of season now. Yeah. So you. Here, I guess. So we'll get some eggs and some mushrooms. Berries are gone. No, there's still some. There's some hawthorn here. Okay. Let's see if we can include both these mushrooms and those hawthorn berries. And then the eggs and the mushrooms and more eggs. Nice. Okay, get to it. Yeah, there are more greens here, but they might still be there in autumn. There is no firewood. Can we prioritize this? Yeah, like I said, we need 5 logs. Come on. Yes, I need to extend this road to get closer to those huts. That will distract a lot of people because they want to build that road first. I just need 1 more log here. And this is mushroom on the side of the road, I hope. So it could be in the middle of the road. Well, hopefully it will still grow there after we build the road. And I think we can do a path here. After this gets built, finally. It's now early autumn. We have 8 months of food, but 8 months worth of food will spoil over the next 12 months. So it won't stay good because it's just raw fish, right? Some greens and some veggies and fruit, which definitely will spoil very soon. Can we build the root cellar yet? We need a saw pit, requires stockyard. Tannery, cobbler. So this saw pit, we need that for planks, which we need to build stuff later. We want a root cellar, which requires a stockyard. So we need to start building a stockyard, and then we can build a root cellar to keep stuff for longer. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little area here with that kind of building, or we can do that over here, but we want the hunting grounds to be there, right? We don't want to spoil the fertile ground, and we want to keep this as our area where people live, where the town center will be. Yeah, so over on this side, this is where we will put storage. Yeah. Storage there, and then extend this road. And after that, we can put a saw pit either here, I said here, or over with these guys. Saw pit makes most sense next to the firewood splitter, right? Okay, so they are now making firewood for the winter. We're low on logs. There are still trees to be cut. I'm not sure why exactly you're low on logs. You're low on water. There is water in the well. Just need to send someone to pick it up. So after this first winter, we'll start making our first crop field over here in the fertile land. What are we doing with hunting? Ah, we did produce 50 meat and 1 pelt. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be a very rich area, rich in wildlife area, I mean. Which is good for our crops, because there will be fewer animals trying to eat them. But it's not exactly the most fertile area, so we really need to pick and choose. And I'm not sure about the soil composition here either. Firewood is low. Yeah, we're working on it. Okay, we're working on it. Okay, they got water. Autumn winds. Oh, it's starting to freeze. That's not good. How is our gatherer doing? Did we get the eggs? We got the eggs. We got... Oh, there's still mushrooms here. No mushrooms there. Let's see. We want those still. And there are some greens here. Alright, we have some firewood, but that's definitely something we want to work on. We want to have another person working on firewood for the winter. Do we have any remaining building projects? Ah yeah, the storage. The stockyard build site. I guess you can wait with that. Wait with that. So that all the wood is going to firewood for the winter. And after that we can start building there. Some greens here still. Yeah, I wish I could assign more people to just go and pick up food, foraging, but we need another hut. No more eggs. Mushroom cluster. Yeah, there are still mushrooms here. Alright, here we go. Winter is coming. Late autumn, it's already freezing. Mushroom cluster, yeah. Lots of mushrooms. And there's still some greens. 4 months of food. Should we send her over there? I don't think she's picking up those mushrooms. Alright, why don't you go and get the greens, whatever greens you can here. They'll spoil as well. But hopefully the fisherman can... where is he? Over there. Yeah, I know food stocks are low. Shall we like focus him more on this school? And then the next thing we'll need to build in the coming year is a smokehouse. Right? A smokehouse. We'll need some stone for that. Yeah. So that will go to our little industrial area over here. Because people don't want to live next to the smoke. Let's wait with construction until after winter. Oh, they're just clearing the site. And then using the wood for firewood. Smart. Okay, so now we are at the start of winter. Will we survive? We only have 3 months worth of food, and most of it will spoil at some point. We do have the fishermen who can keep fishing. Where are you? Oh, there, you're bringing the fish back. Yeah. Seeing any fish in the water here now. So maybe we should slightly enlarge that. Give him a few more points to fish. And then the hunter can keep hunting. Where are you? Here. The hunter can keep hunting throughout the winter. That's not a problem. As long as he can find some animals. But there may be wolves coming or other wildlife. And yeah, the foraging is basically done. This one. Unable to work, yes. But here we have 2 people now splitting firewood. That's good. You can hear the wolves in the distance. Yeah, I think we have a decent start to our settlement. Food stocks are low, I know. But this man is doing something about it. Yeah, see, we lost 4 fish to spoilage, but he still manages to bring some. Where are you going? Shelter stocking. You're delivering fish somewhere? Okay. And now we're out of food and we're in the middle of winter. So we're totally relying on the fisherman and the hunter. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, maybe shelter at home, conserve energy. There's no need to work on these work sites right now. If you want to do something useful, I would say help the fisherman or the hunter. But other than that, just stay put. This building has no food. Yeah, I know. It's still 1 more month. Deer sighted. Yes. Where's my hunter? What are you doing? Where is his building? I already lost him. What's that? Oh, there he is. Hunter cabin. Okay. Goodness. So where is your hunting ground? I'm not seeing it. Here. Deer sighted. Go catch some deer. And now they're gone in the night. Our hunter is failing us. Oh, we did get some food. Yeah, we did get some meat. Good. Okay, you did catch something that I didn't notice. We have some mushrooms, so... Deer meat with mushrooms. And the mushrooms are gone now. Alright. So it's just meat for the rest of the winter. Well, we're almost there. 2 months worth of meat. That is good. It should help us through the winter. More mushrooms, more meat. Oh, they're still finding mushrooms. Alright, here it is. New year. Year number 2. Nobody died. We came close, right? We were like getting to the scraps of food that we still had and trying to find something to eat that wasn't spoiled. But we made it. We made it through our first winter. And that is where I will end this episode. So thank you for watching. Hit that like button. And I hope to see you again next time with more adventures at the Farthest Frontier.